Okay, so all you have to do is do a search for free Joomla templates, or be more specific, actually, free Joomla 2.5 templates or Joomla 3.0 templates. A lot of times they'll be cross-compatible between the versions. Sometimes they won't be. Sometimes you'll find some templates that were only for 1.7 or whatever. And so be aware of that. This one here says these ones are compatible with both 2.5 and 3. That's pretty common. So templates. Now, templates, they're still open source. You can completely change the look and feel of your site even when you have a template on. So you don't have to have it look exactly like, here, I'll click on this one here. It doesn't have to look exactly like the demo version. Okay, we'll look at this live demo here. And you can make it look exactly like this, or you can change everything, because they're still just modules, right? You can put wherever you want these menus in different places, of course different logos and images, but the modules here, you can change the colors, so you're not chained to the look of the template, just like you're not chained to the look of the template right here. Okay, we can move things all over the place and change the color and add images and all that. One of the powers of templates is that you're getting a whole new set of functionality beyond the Joomla core. And sometimes these are really, really in depth. And you can get a lot of neat features that you can customize. So templates in Joomla really enhance the power of Joomla, okay? So I would take some time and explore a lot of different ones. Now, again, it's going to be tricky when you first install some of these because you might not see menus right away, or it's going to, maybe you had a nice images right here and some modules down here, but those module positions don't exist in your new template, and so they're going to be unassigned again, or they're going to be assigned to a template you're no longer using. So there's a lot of steps here of going into your modules and reassigning them to positions, going to your menu and assigning those to positions. And honestly, sometimes it still might not work, and it's not uncommon at all to mess around with the template for a while and realize that it's totally addressing a different learning style than what you would like to deal with, and you'll bail on it and just pick up a different one. They are all so different, okay? Just like modules, I'm sure some of you that have messed around with a few different galleries now realize some galleries are really easy, some are nuts, right? With like the ridiculously complicated, or they've been made in a very messy way. I mean, who knows, right? Or maybe they only are targeting a specific function that you don't need, and so the thing is just something that you have no use for, okay? You're going to find this with templates as well. All right, so I did download this one here, Joom Spirit, okay? And it was just a free one here, and there's a lot of nice free templates out here. Okay, sometimes when you get a free template, it forces you to have the logo on there. And yes, it's open source. You can go in and remove the logo. However, if this company did make it and they're saying don't remove the logo if you want to use our stuff for free, well, maybe just find something different. I tend to purchase templates quite a bit, actually. If you purchase a nice template, well, make sure and demo it and make sure that it's what you are, that you know what you're paying for. But a lot of times if you spend $40 or $50 on a template, what you're getting is a really enhanced set of modules, plugins, and features that you can't get anywhere else. And of course you can still make the site look however you want, but it will function great, and it will give you support where you can actually email or access to forums where these people that design these templates will actually interact with you. So it's not a bad setup to actually go in and purchase a nice template. For this class, don't do that. I mean, there's so many good ones out there for free, especially since we're still at this learning stage. But so yeah, so anyway, a lot of these companies too, they offer a nice free template, but then if you want to pay like $20 or something, then they'll take their logo off of it. Sometimes they offer it and you can just go ahead and remove the logo and they don't mind. It just depends. So explore this. There's a lot here. Read what it is they're offering. Why are they giving it away for free? Is it completely unlimited, or are there features that are limited within there? For example, maybe a slider that comes with it is really cool, but you can't change the color, and you can only use 5 images in it. But if you pay for it, then you can change the color to whatever you want, and you can use 100 images. I mean, it just depends. There's so many. There's thousands of these. So it's going to take a little bit of time to just explore and demo and you know, decide on what you want. Okay, now I downloaded the Joom Spirit one here. Okay, I did, yeah, I downloaded this one. I also downloaded one from this company here. Okay, the Iris free premium template. Okay, and I just did a search for these online. You know, looks like this is Hogash or something. But anyway, and it's called Eris. I mean, you really could just do a Google search for Eris if you wanted to follow along exactly with me. Same with, you know, Joom Spirit over here. Just do a Google search for Joom Spirit 76, and you can find the same exact template. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and here's the demo of this one. And I like the way this look, I guess. I'm kind of a sucker for these full width sliders. I like that look right now with some modules underneath it. So that's one of the ones I want to mess around with today. So anyway, just do a search, and it's just like searching for galleries, and demo these and just see, you know, what features you want. Be aware that what you see is not always what you get, because what you're looking at is a set of modules as well, right? As a template look, right? You got, you know, CSS is defining all your fonts, and you know, you've got these different modules placed in different areas, and this particular slider right here, and here's this little feature to do this, you know, change the color, the font colors, or whatever. These are going to be modules, and you may have to download more modules and install them inside the template to get the exact feature that you're looking for here on the demo. Okay, and yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and get started and install some templates. Okay, so here I am in my About Trees website again, and I want to come over here to the Extension Manager, and Extension Manager. Whoops. And we need to install some templates. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and install the Joomla Templates here. Joom Spirit. Okay, oh, you see how it says unzip first? Okay, that's important. So let's go ahead and do that. So I need to go ahead and take a look at this. Unzip. Now, why do we have to unzip it first? Okay, let's see. It gave us this folder, and anyway, so it looks like there's a version for Joomla 1.5, 2.5, and 3. I'm using 2.5, so I'm going to go in there. Okay, and then that is where, it's where my manual is, and it's also where the template itself is that I need to install. So now that I know where that's at, I'm going to go ahead and navigate to the Joomla 2.5 and Joom Spirit 76 and upload it. Okay, and it looks like we did it. Okay, and it looks like there's some instructions here, and sometimes, you know, it'll tell you different information about the specific template. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple of different things here. Now that we have it installed, we can go to our template manager, and we can see that it's here. Okay, and I want to make it default. Remember, these stars denote which ones are default, and right now I'm using Bees 20, so I'm going to switch it to Joom Spirit 76. And let's just see what that did so far. So I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to refresh. Okay, and it totally changed the look of the site. Okay, except for it looks like I have no navigation anywhere. All right. So that's going to be something I want to fix right away. I need to add my navigation back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how to do that. All right, so I want to come over to my menus, main menu, and let's click on this menu here, and we can see the main menu is assigned to public. It's public, meaning everyone can see it, in position 7. Now that was position 7 of the Bees 20 template. So what I need to do is select a different position. Okay, and I'm gonna filter this to just the Joom Spirit 76 template. Okay, and let's see. Well, here's a menu. Okay, and let's go ahead and just save that and see what happens. I don't think that's the one I want though, but refresh. Well, I have a menu up here again. Okay, and there's, you know, all of my, let's click on one of the ones I know has submenus. Oh, and the submenus just pop up below it. So here we go, and there's my content, okay? I saw in the demo that there was actually like a pretty cool looking menu that went up here. So I want to find where that position is. So back in main menu, to my menu, let's go ahead and change module positions. Select position, make sure it's filtered to the Joom Spirit 76. And what else do we have here? Top menu. That sounds good. Save that. Come over here, refresh. And there we go. See that? And they light up and they turn green up here. Okay, and let's see what happens if I click on one. Well, let's click on read more. Well, my images are showing up. Okay, all right. And what if we click on one of the categories that has, or the menu items that has a submenu? Looks like it opens them up down here. Does it turn green? Yeah. Like so? Okay, there we go. And if I click on one of those, all right. So we have the Joom Spirit template installed. This is a pretty simple template. It doesn't really seem to have, much to it as far as modules. If I wanted to have like a nice slider or something in here, it looks like I would just need to, install one. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out another. By the way, this was a ridiculously easy and very painless template to install. I think that's why I wanted to demo this one first, just to show you that, it should be pretty straightforward. If you're having a terrible battle with one of these templates, go ahead and just try switching to a different one, because some of them can become quite complex. Although I encourage you to be adventurous and dive into something quite complex. Speaking of, I'll install a more complex one right after this, and so you can see that example. Oh, one more thing I have to show you. Okay, so back to Template Manager. I'm going to click on, first I'm going to click over here, okay, next to it, to preview the module positions. So see that? You can preview the module positions, where things would go, okay? That's really helpful. But what I want to actually do is not click on that, but click on Joom Spirit, the text itself, okay? Now look at this. Over on the side are all these different features right here that go with this particular template, okay? So you could you can read through this list and see the different things that they offer. Looks like you can change the fonts, okay? The font size. What else can we do here? Change the background. Ooh, let's change it to white, okay? And change this color here to, blue, okay? And hit save. Okay, we'll come back. Whoops, let's come back over here and then refresh. And there we go. Now we have a white template, still using Joom Spirit 76, a free template. Okay, and let's see. Yep, and everything's blue in here now. That was the other thing I set it to. And if I click on that, we get these drop-down tabs, and they also hover as blue. Okay, so pretty straightforward there. Without a doubt, Joom Spirit 76 is one of the more painless templates that are out there. What it's expecting is that you're going to install a whole bunch of modules to do a lot of different things with it, like big sliders, galleries, all those kind of. Speaking of, let's check out our gallery here. And this is how it's sitting within this template, and that's fine. Okay, well, there we go. Joom Spirit 76. Remember, if there's a lot of different little features that you're like trying to figure out when you're in a template, for example, maybe it's just throwing a color switcher over here on the side, or it's doing some annoying things with Twitter and Facebook and all kinds of things like that around here, and you go to your module manager or your plugin manager, or you look down your components list here and you can't find where those modules are, there's a good chance it's a built-in feature that when you're in the actual template manager itself, let me close out of this. When you're in the actual template manager itself, click on the template, okay? And there's a chance that it'll just be over here, okay? For example, it looks like you can add some social icons right in this, okay? You know how before we actually added a custom HTML widget or module, custom HTML module, and we put in our own social icons, well, it looks like it has a built-in feature, and you can just throw them in right here, and it's going to put them somewhere. Okay, so things like that. So whenever you get tripped up, if I'm being vague here, it's because every one of these templates is designed totally different. Okay, it's one of the things that's so powerful and cool about Joomla is that it's really elastic. You can just make whatever you want and shape it inside of here, okay? And then once you get a template from somebody else, you can once again, if I just inspect the element, look, it's just a bunch of code telling you what to do, right? So, everything is still open source. You can still get into the files and change what you want, but it sure is a nice kickoff point. Okay, but if you see anything in here that just simply you can't figure out where it's at, remember to check here first. Because see how this is a pretty small one. This is not a really powerful, amazing template in itself. There's times when there's just accordion tabs just stacked up here, and you can just click on and expand and expand and expand. So yeah, spend some time right here inside the basic options and customization features of that specific template. Okay, so what I want to show you now is what happens if you mess around with this template for a while and you realize that you just hate this template. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. And so you're wanting to get rid of this template. Okay, all you have to do is upload a different template and switch back. Okay, it might not let you delete it. It won't let you delete it. Especially if it's a default. If you have it set to default, you can't delete it. You're going to have to move it off of there to delete it. But also, you can't delete it in your template manager. You need to go into your extension manager, manage, and then look for that name of that template, and then uninstall it. Okay, that's how you uninstall a template. Okay, but I'm going to actually not. I'll do a search here for Joom Spirit. There it is. All you have to do is select it. Click uninstall. Okay, I'm going to leave it in for now though, but if I was to uninstall it, that would be how I do it. All I got to do is push that button. But I'd like to actually leave it in and just show you that all you have to do is set it back to a different template. For example, here's our site. Remember, there's administrator templates for the back end, and then there's site templates. Okay, and I'm going to set it back to the Beast 20 by clicking on the default star. Okay, and then come back over here and refresh. But where's my menu? Right, my menu is not there because we assigned it to that other module in the other template. Okay, so what we again have to do is go back to menus, menu manager, over here to the modules, select position, get it out of the Joom Spirit 76 filter and back to Beast 20. And I believe we had that originally set to position 7, top left. So let's save that, okay? And come over here and refresh. And there we go, okay? See, no harm done. So that's how you get rid of that other template and get your settings back to where they were. You'll probably go through that a few times, actually. You'll see what I mean when you start to dig into templates, that some of these things are nice and clean and straightforward, and some of them you're like, well, they're just not working for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and install a different, more complicated template. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my extension manager and let's have a look at this template. This is the one that I wanted to use here. Not slideshow CK. Yes, this one here, this Eris templates, Eris, anyway. Hogash Eris template. Anyway, you can do a search on that. The thing I liked about this template right away is look at how much documentation it comes with. Okay, pretty incredible. How to change map locations. Okay, how to do these different things, right? But look at this, like how to install this template. Right away, there's this accordion tab here with instructions on how to install it. Now, when you dig around with templates, you're going to see a lot of options for installing the Quick Start package. Okay? Now, in order to install a Quick Start package, you have to, well, there's going to be some tutorials like right here you can use, but you have to create your own database. And you have to do this in the host provider that you're using, okay? And I use these a lot, but here's the thing. When you install a quick start package, it's going to delete all of your content and give you a fresh new install of Joomla with that particular template installed, with all of the demo pictures and demo modules and sliders and videos and everything installed as well, okay? And I do use these quick starts quite often because it's really nice if you have a client that wants to use a specific template. You can say, okay, great. They'll give you a template and they say, this is what I want right here. And they want to pay for it and they want you to just set it up for them. It's a lot easier to just take and create your own database and install a quick start package. You guys can't do that right now because it's going to completely override all your work so far, okay? But that's what a quick start package is, and that's what a quick start package does. If you're starting from scratch and you know you want that template, you can use a quick start package. You're not going to want to do that when you're learning about templates right now anyway. It's just something you want to avoid because there's not a lot of room for installing that template and then uninstalling it and trying something different, because you have all this sample data and sample articles and categories already made and all that, okay? It does help though at specific times for certain clients' needs. So, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because a lot of these templates that you're going to install, they're going to have two options: download the quick start package or download the template, okay? And if you download the template, which is what we're going to do right now, you're going to have to look through that template and see what modules they're using, and then download those modules and install those various modules or plugins or various components and extensions, okay? So it does get rather confusing, and that's what we're going to do right now, is deal with one that's a little bit more confusing. Okay, now yeah, he's gonna, the guy who's selling this here is saying, you know, he recommends the quick start. However, that's going to completely erase your everything you got. So installing piece by piece, okay? That's how we do this. So anyway, I've installed it, or I mean I've downloaded it, and I do have it. Let's see, right, where do I have it? Right, Joom Spirit template, right here. Okay, see this Eris template? Now notice again, it says Eris template for Joomla, unzip first, okay? If you tried to upload this right now, and some of you did that, right? And you were getting that warning, can't find the file or can't open it. I mean, Joomla's giving you some kind of a warning or error message when you try to upload this specific zip file. They usually are titled some way that says unzip first. So I'm going to unzip it just by double clicking it. Okay, and let's go inside here and see what we have. So we have a quick start package, okay, which we're going to avoid, and we're going to go into the standalone template, okay? And if we go into the standalone template, there is the template and framework which we want to install. This guy is really great here because, you know, there's all these different screenshots of what the settings should be, which is, you know, nice and helpful. It does pay to kind of take your time and dig through some various templates and see, you know, how much documentation they're willing to offer you for free. Okay, so then we got various plugins that we have to install, and we have various modules and components. Okay, now I looked at this earlier, and he's saying, you know, go to this website and download this newsletter component. I don't really want the newsletter component. I do want some of these modules. I know that. That's a nice slider right there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so anyway, it's like a breakdown of everything that would be inside a quick start package, but you do it all yourself so that you don't lose any of your content. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So anyway, I'm going to close out of this. I'm back in my extension manager, and I'm going to go ahead and upload. Well, first we'll upload the template and framework, and then we'll upload all the modules and plugins after that. Okay, so choose file. Eris template, standalone template. Now they're going to be worded different every time. Just avoid the quick start packages. Just be aware that a quick start package, it's going to override everything if you were to install it correctly. But there's a lot of steps to that anyway. And you might not even get to the part where it overrides because you have to set up a database first. Okay, so anyway, standalone templates. Okay, so template and framework. Let's go ahead and install that first. Okay. Usually when you install and you instantly see something like this here, that the person that made this particular template bothered to actually set up something like this, it's a good sign. Okay, so anyway, let's go back and install some more stuff here. So choose file. I'm going to go ahead and install, again, I want to skip that component. I'm not too worried about having a newsletter installed. These modules though, I know I want, okay? Flickr feed, am I going to use it? I don't know, but I'm going to install it. Let's see what else. Flickr feed, Google Map, who knows, let's just do it. Okay, that particular share I think I might want to use. Probably want to use this plus slider here. Okay, I really like those full width sliders on the front of websites. They seem to be really popping right now. I like designing with them. Okay. Rapid contact form, maybe we'll use that, maybe we won't. Recent projects, I bet that's a nice module on the front for organizing news content. So let's check that one out. And we'll do the Twitter one as well. Really, you don't have to install the modules if you don't want to, okay? For example, there's a couple of different modules that I know I want to use. Okay, and you can see that I have the plus slider here in my modules. Now, I created a bunch of these as a test earlier, and then I deleted them. And so it actually deleted them from my list. So when you actually go to your module manager, you may see all your modules already listed here, okay, all your new ones. And they may or may not be published. You know, they might have, for example, if I switch to the select status, they may all have these red dots on them. If you've installed modules and you don't see them there, add them by going to new and then just looking for them on here. For example, here's the plus slider right here, and you can just select it and then give it a name and it'll show up right here. Okay, so anyway, we have installed our template now, right? Let's go ahead and have a look at that template. Here it is, the Eris default. Okay. Also, notice how it says default. You actually can select it and then duplicate it. Okay, so you can duplicate your templates if you want to really get in and change a lot of the structure of it. Okay, like actually get into the files and override the HTML and CSS, which we'll be doing a little bit later. So that's actually why that one's called the master there. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this one default. So I'm going to click right here on the Eris star, and now it's defaulted as our main template. And let's go ahead and refresh. And there we go. Now, not all templates will be this nice. This one actually set up my menu for me. I didn't even have to set a manual position. It just did it automatically for me. And yeah, there we go. And there's some nice drop downs too. I really like this. Okay, and so there we go. Let's go ahead and just explore this a little bit. Click on the oak tree. Definitely need an image of an oak tree here. Okay, let's try the gallery. And yeah, okay, I like the way the gallery is still functioning. So now we have this Eris template set up. Okay, so that was actually not so bad. However, I had to, actually install a lot of extra modules that came with this. Okay, so now that I have this, and I got this nice wide setup here, the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to jump ahead to some weeks in, a couple of weeks from now, and show you how to install some kind of a content display. Okay, now this particular template here came with a content display, right? Let's go back to the module manager here, and it came with this plus slider. Okay, I also installed the slideshow CK. That's a free one. You can just do a search, just do a Google search for Joomla slideshow CK, and you'll get it. It's a nice free slideshow. I really like it. And so I want to put that on the front of my site. What else do I want to change? I don't want this welcome article on the front anymore. I want a big slider on here full of images. Okay, so that's something I would like to put on. What else? What else do I want to change? Let's see here. let's see. Oh yeah, sometimes you'll find like different little things sticking out on the sides that you don't like and stuff. And again, where you address this issue is going to be in the template manager. Whoops, let's see here. Go ahead and click on that and edit it. Remember when we looked at the Joom Spirit 76 at all the features, right? Well, look at the features that comes with Eris here. It's not even just a bunch on the side. It's an entire little back-end panel in itself, okay? And, you know, you can disable different modules on the front. You can change the fonts, go through the features here. Look how in-depth this is, and just adjust the size and the style of menus and the layouts, the type of drop-downs that you want. And believe it or not, this is all the basic. And there's an advanced tab here, right? It's pretty, this is a really nice template, actually. Style, of course, to change the colors, you know. Because I have this whole tree theme going, I think the green's just fine, but it looks like I could change that really easily right here, right? It even has, it's not even just the hex decimal number. You get to go ahead and just use a color picker, okay? For now, we'll change it to blue just to change it, okay? And link colors, sure, why not? Leave it like that. Go ahead and just click save. Let's go over here and refresh, see what we get. Okay, so it turned that to blue, okay? And anyway, so yeah, so go ahead and explore this, and note it's going to be different for everyone. Okay, and these are actually, this is a really nice template. I like this one quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close out of this now, and I want to go to my module manager, and I want to show you some sliders here. And oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I want to actually get rid of this welcome article in the front. You remember how several weeks ago I set this up as a welcome article, and the reason why it's set up that way is because it's a featured article. Okay, I don't want that anymore. And you see the star right here on there? I'm going to go ahead and just unselect that. So now it's disabled. Let's go ahead and refresh. Now I have no more featured articles. All I have is my footer here, and then my navigation up on top, okay? And what I want to do is I want to throw in a some kind of a content display. Now I have a couple here, okay? I have the slideshow CK, all right? And I want to, and again, all you have to do is do a simple search for slideshow CK. Help, obviously I was having some issues with it earlier. Okay, slideshow CK. Just like that, you know, you'll recognize this right away, the Joomla extension directory, slideshow CK, and you download it. It's free, okay, there you go. And right there, just download it. Just like that, okay? So even though I already have it installed, I'm just showing you how you do this. Okay, so it's now downloading, and then once you download it, you know, of course you go to the extension manager, and you search for it, and you just upload and install it, and there you go, you have that one. Okay, and that's slideshow CK. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and enable that. Now it's enabled. Let's go ahead and click on it and see what features it has. Okay, as you can see, I've already loaded some images up into it, okay, but that's no problem. I mean, I can absolutely just get rid of them, okay? Okay, get rid of it, get rid of it. So if you do install slideshow CK, this is probably what it's going to look like. If it doesn't look like it, if you see a bunch of pictures over here, just delete them with the X's. A lot of times modules will just send some extra images with, so you right away can experience what it's like to have the thing working, okay? So I'm going to add a slide, and luckily you don't have to, you know, just type in the address to where your image is sitting, because they were nice enough to include a select image option. Okay, and so I've got these sliders here. Let's go ahead and just pick this picture here, and okay, add another slide. I'm going to go ahead and select an image. Slider 1. Hopefully these are the right size ones for what I'm looking for, and I like that picture right there. That one's just fine. Insert. Okay, I'll save that, but let's look at this a little bit. Now, for the position, it's selected at slideshow. I did that. Why? Because the Iris template happened to have a module position that was called slideshow. And so obviously that's where my big slideshow should go. Of course, you can put them in all different kinds of places on here, and let me just do a search for that. Who knows? There it is, slideshow. So I just selected slideshow. Okay, obviously you can put these all over the place in different modules, but slideshow is going to put it in a place right in the center where a nice big slideshow should go. So feel free to experiment with the different positions and see what you can come up with. What other options do we have here? I have it just on the home page. Okay, I just want my slider to show up right here on my home page. All right, and you have all these different options right here. Styles, right? Size of the different thumbnails, if you want thumbnails to even show up on it. Whether or not you want to load slides from folders, or if you want to load slideshows the way I did. Often you can choose to load slides from Flickr or Facebook, things like that as well. It just depends on the kind of thing that you found. Effects options. I have mine set to simple fade. I don't really care for the whole Venetian blinds or turn into a bunch of cubes and dissolve or all these different things. So I decided to just go with a simple fade because I feel like it fits the theme of my tree site to just have something kind of soft change, not something, but curtain slice. Go ahead and they'll all be different, every one. So some will make your pictures, turn into cubes and they'll rotate and dissolve, and then a new one will pop up. I just want the images to simply fade. You can just choose your display time. How long can you look at one image before the new one pops up? And how long does it take for the fade to happen? Okay, of course that's happening in milliseconds here. That's why it looks so huge, these numbers. Okay, and different ways to fade. What else can we do here? Lightbox options. Those are going to be the way that they pop out. And it looks like you need a plugin to download in order to do that. Okay, so pay attention to that. A lot of times you start to get into where everything's really piecing together here. Caption styles. Okay, it looks like we can add captions. Okay, and have them come down with the images if we want to, or appear in different ways. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll experiment with that a little bit later. But anyway, I'm dying to save this and just see how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh. And look at that. My site just instantly got awesome. Looks like this particular slideshow comes with these little dots right here. And those dots are the thumbnails, okay? And I only have two, which is a little lame, but obviously you can just click to switch back and forth between those. So I want to add some more images right now. So let's go ahead and add another slide, okay? And select an image. Slider 1. Okay, amazing trees. Okay, let's add another one, okay? And select an image. Okay. And what haven't I used yet? Ooh, this nice green. Okay, there we go. Now, see how this says caption everywhere? Let's go ahead and just play with those. Look at this amazing tree. Okay, I'm going to just copy that and put it in this caption here, this caption here, and this caption here. Now, it's going to do a specific function with that caption. It looks like down here, I can go into caption styles and change how they do it. The direction, the speed, the font, the color, all that good stuff. All right, so let's go over here and refresh. So anyway, here's a nice example of a slider. And again, for this week, you don't have to have a content display installed, but it sure made this template look nice right away. So I jumped ahead and went ahead and installed mine now because I wanted this on the front of my site. Okay, and again, you can choose where these appear and all that. I only want it on the front, and after that, you kind of dig into the site here, and we don't have that anymore. Okay. So there you go. That is a pretty drastic change in what the site looked like just 20 minutes ago. Okay, and I did this off of tools that were completely free, completely open source and customizable, and honestly, it's pretty unlimited when you start to dig around in the whole world of templates and modules and plugins and the various things that are simply free. And I have to be honest, if you look at, well, actually, let me go back to the template itself. I bought a lot of different templates for different reasons, or or I'll have somebody that's picks out a specific template and they really want to use that look, and so I've dug through a lot of different premium templates that you pay for and a lot that are free. And this particular template right here is just as nice or nicer than ones that would easily cost $50. So it pays to dig around what's out there for free and just see if it meets your needs without having to pay for something. Because if you look at all these options right here, I mean, this is really nice. Okay, so don't be afraid to just dig into something, to try half a dozen different templates, okay, and go straight to the template manager and look at their styles and see, how rich are the features of this particular template. Are they expecting you to know a lot of code to make it look nice? That happens a lot too, where the modules are expecting you to actually enter in a lot of code to make it work. Or is it really set up like this, where you can just kind of play with sliders and buttons and nice little color pickers like this and just change everything yourself? So again, if you get stuck in a template that's just being absolutely difficult, just bail on it and try something new, okay? And I have to admit, I'm liking this layout right now. So there you go.